Hello everyone, Gimme Shaggy here to introduce a new series to the Gas channel, How to Beat Everyone, where we tell you almost all there is to know about matchups you all have been struggling with. These won't be complete bibles on the exact way to beat these characters. When it comes down to it, matchup experience is best learned through trial and error, and sadly, we just can't teach that. We're only here to give you some information to help guide you along the way to being a matchup expert. Our crew members have worked tirelessly on countless matchups to figure out all the little things. Without further ado, I'm pleased to announce our first episode. How to Beat Everyone, Sonic. It'd be a bit hard to avoid the impact Sonic has had on the recent meta of the game. Players like Wrath and Sonix have made waves over the past months, and it's come to our attention that people may need a bit of help in beating the character, and understandably so. Sonic is a frustrating character to play against, featuring a potent hit-and-run game as well as the ability to easily camp out almost any character. That's, of course, not to say we don't respect the Sonic players out there, but more to show everyone that we understand. To begin, let's go over the basics of Sonic, and a few tips we decided to throw in. Sonic is a fast fighter, both in the air and on the ground. As such, he is not a character you want to play reactively against. This is because of Sonic's ability to smother you for playing defensively, especially if you are holding a shield. For example, if Sonic hits your shield with, say, a spin dash, it's incredibly safe. This means that you want to punish what Sonic does after he spin dashes on you, rather than the spin dash itself. You also want to proactively scout the Sonic's habits and decide any sort of punishments you may have before the Sonic player can even do anything. For example, if you believe the Sonic will do a spin dash, you may want to do a quick burst option in order to hit him out of his startup. His speed doesn't mean he's lagless. Some moves, such as homing attack and all of his rising aerials, have lots of end lag, and can be baited out and punished if he uses them. When you do manage to hit Sonic, you want to capitalize hard. Be careful though. Sonic isn't weak in disadvantage. While his recovery may have no hitboxes on it, except for the falling spring, Sonic has a lot of options and mix-ups offstage. He can choose to recover, homing attack, dare, or any other slew of options. Sonic's true weaknesses shine in his struggle to kill. Sonic's kill setups are very linear, and he often relies on conditioning or reads to close out stocks. I hope this information has helped you understand Sonic more, so that we can get into the stage selection. All characters in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate benefit from select stages that may complement their strengths or dull their weaknesses. Sonic is no exception, being fast and campy. So, what stages do you ban? We recommend you ban Town and City and Kalos Pokemon League. These stages allow Sonic to camp your character out effortlessly, and that's no good. If Kalos isn't an available stage in your region, or just isn't playable in your current round, ban Final Destination. That should eliminate all the big stages that allow you to get camped out easily. With those 3 stages gone, you should go to a stage that complements your main well. For example, go to Battlefield if you play Bowser, or go to Lilac Cruise if you play Little Mac. Sonic doesn't really have a bad stage, you really just have to make your own call for the most part. You may want to go to a Tri-Plat for combo extensions, or Smashville to be able to close space, and more effectively push your advantage state on the Blue Hedgehog. Now, look, it's quite impossible to give specific matchup advice on your specific characters. With over 80 plus characters in the game, and more on the way, not only would that easily make our video hours long, but it would also destroy our sanity. However, worry not. It just so happens that a lot of characters in this game all fit into 4 neat archetypes, ones that we can give advice on and you can run with. For that reason, we will be splitting this section up into 4 categories. Rushdowns, like Fox and Pichu, Zoners, like Pac-Man and Samus, Heavies, like Ganondorf and King Dedede, and Swordies, like Martz and Ike. If there's one archetype that can play a proactive style, it's Rushdown characters. Fast characters that can pressure Sonic into doing one of his predictable neutral options will inherently do fairly well. This, on top of the fact that most Rushdown characters have great zone breakers, makes them a fairly good choice to play against Sonic. You want to try to limit Sonic's options and don't give him space to run. Sonic is excellent at whiff punishing and adapting. Don't blindly charge in. Instead, try to condition Sonic into doing a punishable move, such as a homing attack, and punishing it with one of your fast options. With Rushdowns, Smart Aggression is your best tool. Search for patterns in the Sonic's play or bad habits they may have, and be ready to condition and punish. This is the one archetype that parallels how Sonic wants to be playing. If you play a zoner, you may actually want to pick the stages we recommended to be banned earlier in the video. This is because of just how much zoners can force Sonic to play just a little bit more rushdown. Platforms may actually get in the way of said camping, so banning triplets doesn't seem like a bad idea. However, because you normally don't want Sonic to get in due to a bad disadvantage state on your end as well, we would ban Smashville, as it gives you very little space to move around. Using your projectile as well is a key to making sure Sonic does not get in. Sonic isn't just a camping character. He is also capable of playing a potent hit and run style because of his quick movement on the ground and the air, and his combos. Your goal is to not allow him to use either of those by zoning him out with your projectiles constantly, carefully, and consistently. Try to keep Sonic as far as you can so that he can't use his spin dash effectively. A sword character versus Sonic is the epitome of range versus speed. Here, your range is enough to actually contest Sonic. You can't contest him on reaction, though. Whether your move hits or not is still dependent on a read on your part. You simply have more leeway compared to other characters. You want to force Sonic to have to play around your space. You can't just throw out attacks and hope they hit. You need to methodically space around Sonic's threat areas. In the best case scenario, you'll be able to hit Sonic while he can't hit you, even if he tries to spin dash through you. Don't be afraid to whiff safe aerials outside of this range. This can bait Sonic to committing to a punish and then getting stuffed by a quick tilt or a jab. Even a small hit can put Sonic in a spot he doesn't want to be in, especially if you're a faster sword character like Chrom. Swordies will naturally do pretty well against Sonic due to Sonic's lack of good, disjointed moves. Ah yes, heavies. Playing a heavy versus Sonic can be very frustrating, as Sonic can literally run circles around you. However, as a heavy, you have a lot of ways to control space that even sword characters can't. This is especially true as Bowser and Donkey Kong, though to a lesser extent the other heavies can all control space very well with their varied tools. Ground control is very important in this matchup, and all heavies have that in spades, although only Bowser and Donkey Kong, and maybe Ganondorf, can really control the air very well with their fast speed and big strong aerials. However, Sonic will still out-neutral you every step of the way. Getting the hit requires a read more than anything else, and missing that read can cost you quite a bit of percent. This means that when you get the hit, you want to try to kill Sonic off of that one neutral move, or at least get as much out of it as you possibly can. Every heavy is able to do this at least occasionally. Even if you can't edgeguard Sonic at times because of your slow speed, juggles will always be your friend. As mentioned before, Sonic's options outside of jumping and air dodging can be ignored if you have a disjoint. All heavies have some way to completely nullify Sonic's attempts to attack you out of disadvantage, though some require more of a read than others.